The world's major central banks, including the European Central Bank, ECB, Federal Reserve, and Bank of England, are approaching the peak of their interest rate hikes. However, the battle against inflation is far from over. According to Christine Lagarde, the president of the ECB, although these central banks are close to exhausting their options for raising rates, inflation will continue to pose challenges. Lagarde made these remarks during a news conference held in Frankfurt, Germany, on Thursday, September 14, 2023, following the ECB's decision to raise interest rates once again. While central banks have been actively implementing rate hikes to curb inflationary pressures, the ongoing rise in prices suggests that more needs to be done to tackle this issue. In recent years, the ECB, Federal Reserve, and Bank of England have been gradually increasing interest rates, aiming to keep inflation in check and maintain a stable economic environment. However, Lagarde's comments suggest that despite their efforts, inflation remains a persistent concern. Central banks play a crucial role in regulating the economy by adjusting interest rates. Higher interest rates are typically used to combat inflation, as they make borrowing more expensive and, therefore, reduce spending. This can help prevent excessive price increases. However, central banks are signaling that their ability to continue raising rates is reaching its limit. The persistence of inflationary pressures is likely due to various factors, such as supply chain disruptions, increased demand as economies recover from the pandemic, and rising energy prices. These factors contribute to higher costs for businesses, leading to price increases that eventually trickle down to consumers. While the ECB, Federal Reserve, and Bank of England have been proactive in implementing rate hikes, it is clear that more efforts are needed to address the ongoing inflation challenge. This may involve policymakers exploring alternative measures to cool down price pressures, such as implementing stricter monetary policies, employing macroprudential tools, or addressing structural issues within the economy. In conclusion, major central banks are nearing the peak of their interest rate hikes, but the battle against inflation is far from over. Despite their recent efforts to raise rates, inflationary pressures continue to persist, posing challenges for policymakers. As central banks evaluate their options, it remains to be seen how they will navigate this complex economic landscape in an effort to maintain price stability and support sustainable economic growth.